ਜਬ ਲਉ ਨਹੀਂ ਭਾਗ ਦਲਾਰ ਉਦੈ, ਤਬ ਲਉ ਭ੍ਰਮ ਤੇ ਫਿਰਤੇ ਬਹੁਤਾਇਓ। ਕਲ ਘੋਰ ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਮੈਂ ਬੂਡਤ ਥੇ, ਕਬਹੂ ਮਿਟਹਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੇ ਪਛਤਾਇਓ। ਤਤ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਯਹ ਮਥੁਰਾ, ਜਗਤਾਰਨ ਕਉ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਬਨਾਇਓ। ਜਪਿਓ ਜਿਨ ਅਰਜੁਨ ਦੇਵ ਗੁਰੂ, ਫਿਰ ਸੰਕਟ ਜੋਨ ਗਰਭ ਨ ਆਇਓ। ਗਿਆਨ ਅੰਜਨ ਗੁਰ ਦੀਆ, ਅਗਿਆਨ ਅੰਧੇਰ ਬਿਨਾਸ਼। ਹਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਸੰਤ ਭੇਟਿਆ, ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਪਰਗਾਸ। ਫਿਰਤ ਫਿਰਤ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਆਇਆ, ਪਰਿਆ ਤਉ ਸਰਨਾਏ। ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਬੇਨਤੀ, ਆਪਣੀ ਭਗਤੀ ਲਾਏ। ਜੀ ਜੰਤ ਸਭ ਸਰਨ ਤੁਮਾਰੀ, ਸਰਬ ਚਿੰਤ ਤੁਧ ਪਾਸੇ। ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਭਾਵੇ ਸੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ, ਇਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸੇ। ਕਾਹਾ ਬੁੱਧ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਤੁਛ ਹਮਾਰੀ, ਭਰ ਨ ਸਕੈ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਜੋ ਤਿਹਾਰੀ। ਹਮ ਨ ਸਕਤ ਕਰ ਸਿਫਤ ਤੁਮਾਰੀ, ਆਪ ਲੇਹੋ ਤੁਮ ਕਥਾ ਸੁਧਾਰੀ। ਮੂਕ ਉਚਰੈ ਸਾਸਤਰ ਖਟ, ਪਿੰਗ ਗਿਰਨ ਚੜ ਜਾਏ। ਅੰਧ ਲਖੈ ਬਦਰੋ ਸੁਨੈ, ਜੋ ਕਾਲ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਾਏ। ਅੰਧ ਲਖੈ ਬਦਰੋ ਸੁਨੈ, ਜੋ ਕਾਲ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਾਏ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਸ਼ਲੋਕ। ਸੁਖੀ ਬਸੈ ਮਸਕੀਨੀਆਂ, ਆਪ ਨਿਵਾਰ ਤਲੇ। ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਅਹੰਕਾਰੀਆ, ਨਾਨਕ ਗਰਭ ਗਲੇ। ਸੁਖੀ ਬਸੈ ਮਸਕੀਨੀਆਂ, ਆਪ ਨਿਵਾਰ ਤਲੇ। ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਅਹੰਕਾਰੀਆ, ਨਾਨਕ ਗਰਭ ਗਲੇ। ਸੁਖੀ ਵਸੈ ਮਸਕੀਨੀਆਂ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਸਾਜੀ ਨਿਵਾਜੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਆਪ ਜੀ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਇਕੱਤਰ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਨਾਮ ਰੂਪੀ ਕਥਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਜੋ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੁੱਖ ਦੇਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਹੈ, ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸੁਖਮਨੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ। For many weeks we've been going for a katha of Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji's Bani of Sri Sukhmani Sahib in English, and now we reach the 12th slok in this slok by Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Jithe Saad Sangat Ji Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji uchars this Bani due to an athanika. Athanika means a background story to which somebody comes to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji called Maskinia. So Maskinia was a wrestler, a Pehlevan. So we blessed to join the court of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji Sri Rehla Sahib Ji ke paath vich bachan ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਕਾਹੇ ਰੇ ਮਨ ਚਿਤ ਵਹਿ ਉਦਮ, ਜਾ ਆਹਰ ਹਰ ਜੀਉ ਪਰਿਆ। ਸੈਲ ਪੱਥਰ ਮੈਂ ਜੰਤੋ ਪਾਇ, ਤਾ ਕਾ ਰਿਜਕ ਆਗੇ ਕਰ ਧਰਿਆ। The Guru is saying to us, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, that, oh my mind, kahe re man, chitta veh uddam. Why are you always stuck in chinta, in worries? Why don't you make an effort? Uddam means to make an effort. Ja ahar har jiyo parya. If that one Akal Purkh WhyGuru Ji is taking care of all of us, that one creator, the one that cannot be destroyed, Sel Patthar. So Maharaj Ji the sanu ek drishtant dinde han, to give us an example. Sel Patthar, very similar, a stone, a rock. Sel Patthar meh the arth hai vich. Inside that patthar, inside that stone, Sel Patthar meh jant upay. They put a piece of life, an animal, an insect inside that patthar. Sel Patthar meh jant upay, taka rijik aage kar tarya. But Fedvi Maharaj Ji gave that little insect, that kira, rijik. Rijik means sustenance, food. So Maharaj Ji is saying to us that no matter who it is, Maharaj Ji, WhyGuru Ji takes care of everybody. Paldana. Paldana means to take care. Prat Paldana. Aise tarah Guru Sahib is saying to us ke mere Madhav Ji Sat Sangat Male So Tariya. Ke coming to Sat Sangat, coming to the holy company of the Guru, coming to the sanctuary of the Guru, because those who come to the sanctuary of the Guru, Sat Sangat Male So Tariya. They all are carried across. Tar jande han. Unan di gati hundi hai. They gain mukti, they're liberated. So this is the mehima, it's Sat Sangat di mehima hai Sat Sangat Ji. By coming into Sat Sangat, that person is favored, of course. Sat Sangat Male So Tariya Guru Parasad Paramapad Paya. Paramapad. Paramapadavi. The highest state is obtained. Suke Kasta Hariyaraha. Suke means sukha, like a piece of wood that is sukha, that is all dried up. It can become hariya, it can become hariyaval, it can blossom by coming into satsanga. So it's a satsanga di mehma hai. This is the greatness of satsangat. Ithe satsanga ji, in today's katha, we're going to go through this Bhadava Salok, the Bhadavi Ashtapadi of Sri Sukhmani Sahib. Guru Maharaj ji talked us about hankar. Hankar means pride. Ke ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਹੈ, ਕਾਮ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਲੋਭ ਹੰਕਾਰ. They all reside inside our body. But the Guru is telling us that one who has hankar, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਕੀ ਹੈ? What is the state of that one who has hankar? What happens to them at the end of their life? The one who lives in hankar. So ਆਰੰਭ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਚਰਨ ਕਮਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਆਖੋ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ.
ਸੁਖੀ ਬਸੈ ਮਸਕੀਨੀਆਂ ਆਪ ਨਿਵਾਰ ਤਲੇ.
So Sad Sangha ji, many times in Guru Bani you have Athanika. Athanika means the background to a story. Okay, why did Guru Sahib ji uchar this Shabad? Why did they say these words? Or was there any context behind this Shabad as well? So there was a time in Guru Arjan Dev Ji's Sama, in that moment when Guru Arjan Dev Ji is on this earth in the physical body, take Sikh, this one Sikh, or you could say Manukh, Guru Sahib the pass aake benti ki. See, a person came to Guru Arjan Dev Ji and benti ki. See, ke Maharaj ji, bless me with your Sikhi. Maharaj ji, Sikhi di dat baksho. Bless me to become a Sikh. The Guru Maharaj ji said to become a Sikh, it's very hard. Both katanya. It's not easy to become a Sikh of the Guru. The Guru tests their Sikh all the time. And the Sikh has to learn many lessons, otherwise we cannot be a Sikh. Sikh means Sikh to learn. So he said to Guru Maharaj ji, ke Sikhi di dat baksho. The Maharaj ji says it's very hard to become a Sikh. But again and again he did benti to Guru Sahib ji, ke Maharaj ji kirpa karo, bless me with Sikhi di dat. The Maharaj ji said to him, if you want to become a Sikh, then you have to follow my hukum. Accept my hukum. So usse vele Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj ji gave them a chitti, they gave him a letter. Inside the chitti was a hukumnama. It was an order from the Guru. And he said, take this letter and go to this Falana Pind, to this random village, and there's a Sikh there. I give him this chitti, give him this letter. But in order to read that letter, they have to give 100 rupeya. They have to give 100 coins. And that's called Darshani Peta. In order to see the letter, they have to give 100 rupeya. Just to look at the letter and see what Maharaj has written. So that Sikh travels to the Flana Pind, utthe jaake they meet this Garib Sikh, not even a rich Sikh, a poor Sikh, and they give him the chitti, they give him the letter. That Sikh hears the news that they have to give 100 rupeya for darshan of this chitti. So that Sikh, what does he do? He first serves this other Sikh who has come now with the letter, giving him his jal pani, langar, shakake. And after that, they start to sell all the items inside their house to provide the money for this Darshani Peta, to see the letter. He collects 100 rupeya, he opens the letter, the Maharaj says inside the letter, ke kar seva vaste, I need 500 rupeya. So the Sikh has given 100 coins to open the letter, and when he's opened the letter, the Guru said, I need you to give me another 500 coins. And in today's world, we think, 100 rupees is not a lot of money, it's only £1. If you convert it, the rate's about 100 rupees to £1. Or 500 rupees, £5. But in those days, 500 rupees was a lot of money. So the Sikh is not thinking to himself that look what the Guru's doing to me, the Guru's testing me. He just thinks the Guru's asked me to do something and I'm going to do it. So he's thinking, where am I going to get 500 rupeya from then? If I just got together 100 rupeya by selling all my items, how am I going to get 500 rupeya? They also say there's somebody going across the Pind. If you go to India, you live in the Pind, you'll see that people play the tol, the drums. And he was saying at that time that there's this Pahlavan, there's this warrior, this wrestler called Maskinia. The Maskinia, he is going to wrestle, but he needs an opponent to wrestle. And they say if anybody can beat him, they'll get 1,000 rupeya. If they lose to him, they'll still get 500 rupeya. So if they beat this wrestler, they get 1,000 coins. If they lose, they still get 500 coins. So the Sikh thinks, look how lucky I am. Maharaji themselves have solved my problem. I need to make 500 coins. And now I've had this opportunity where somebody is playing the drums, the dole, and he's saying that if you fight this wrestler, you're going to get 1,000 coins from me. And if you lose, you'll still get 500 coins. And he needs 500. So what does he do? He runs, he legs it to that place where he can fight the Pehelwan, Maskinia. And when he's running and running, he gets thirsty. So he goes to the Ku. Ku means a well. There's a big bead, there's a big queue of people there. And he says, get to one side, I need to drink the water because I'm thirsty. I'm going to go and fight. I'm going to go and fight Maskinia. And everybody's laughing at that. How are you going to beat Maskinia? You're so skinny. He's going to give you one chaped and you're going to probably die from that one slap. That's what's written as well. Okay, you're going to get one chaped and you're going to die just because of that one slap. And he says, I don't care. He goes, because if I win, I'm going to get 1,000 coins. Even if I lose, I'm still going to get 500 coins. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji gave me hukum that they need 500 rupees for card seva. So everybody's hearing this and this person's crazy. And even Maskinia, the Pehelavan, the warrior, he hears this as well. And he thinks to himself that this person, this Sikh, would injure himself, put his own life on the line for this Guru. What a great person. So what does Maskinia do? He says to this Sikh, he goes, when we have this match, let's grapple a bit and then I'll let you win. I'll let you win the wrestling match, he says to him. And that's exactly what happens. They have the wrestling match. They're grappling, one's on top of the other, one's on top of the other one. And the Maskinia falls on his back and lets this Sikh pin him, basically, very simply. And the Sikh wins and everybody's shocked. Okay, he's won. That this person who's so skinny, he beat Maskinia, this great wrestler who nobody loses to. So he got 1,000 rupees, and then Maskinia got 500 rupees. And what happened then is that the Maskinia, the Pehelvan, he said to this Sikh, okay, who is this Guru that you are doing this for? Take me to them. So this Sikh goes back to his home, where the other Sikh was who gave the letter in the first place, and said, take Maskinia back with you to Sri Amritsar Sahib. The Sahal Sangaji, Jado Maskinia and that Sikh reach Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaji. Guru Arjan Dev Ji is reading Sri Sukhmani Sahib da Path. So, Ose Vele Maharaji is doing Sri Sukhmani Sahib da Path. Maskinia, they O Sikh Maharaji de Sharam vich aake, matha take, they put their peta down, 500 rupees, how much money they're going to give to the Guru, 500 coins. And then Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaji looks at Maskinia and they say these words in this slok. So Hanji Dwara Paro Ji.
Sukhi basai Maskinia.
So se vele Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, hey Maskinia, tu sukhi vasenga. You'll always be in sukh. Sukhi basai Maskinia Hanji.
Aapne var tale.
Because aapne var. Tusi aap apne hankar tyag karke. You gave up your hankar. Aapne var. Nivar means nevirt karna. To remove. Aapne var, Hanji.
Tale.
Tale. Aapne var tale. Tale means hetha. That you yourself, you fell below this Sikh. You laid down on the floor and you gave up your own hankar to let this Sikh win. Because you knew he needed those 500 rupees to do the Kar Seva, to give to Kar Seva Guru Sahib Ji. So Maharaji says, ke, hey Maskinia, tu sukhi vasenga. You'll always stay in sukha. Aapne var tale. Because you gave up your own hankar. Aap तुसी अपना अहंकार त्याग देता. You gave your own hankar, Hanji.
Bade bade ahankariya nanak garb gale.
Bade bade means these great people had so much hankarya. Pave Ravan, Duryodhan. If you heard of Ramayana or these different types of itihas, you hear about these people. Ravan had so much hankar. He thought he was so powerful, which he was, but he still passed away and was killed by Ramchandra Ji. Bade hankar, nanak garb gale. Garb means hankar de vich. They all just waste their lives. They all just pass away in hankar. And Guru Sahib Ji here is saying to him that you have gone beyond your hankar, you've conquered your hankar and allowed this person to win as well. This Sadhe Vaste Sasing, if you read this pankti, obviously we're not called Maskinia, right? That's not our name. So for us, Sukhi Basai Maskinia, if you want to be in Sukh, the Guru says that Maskina da hor arth hai nimrta. Duja arth hai nimrta. Humility. That if you want to remain in Sukh, fir nimrta taran karo. Take upon nimrta, take upon humility. Those that have nimrta in their life, they have Sukh. They have happiness. Just like Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji tells us, Nicha andar neech jat, Nichi hoot neech, Nanak tinke sang saath, Vadya syo kya rees. Jithe neech samaline tithe nadar teri baksis. Might be on the board in a second. Nicha under neech jat, Nichi hoot neech. Niva, the lowest of the low of the low. Charvari, Maharaji says, neech. The lowest of the low of the low, the one who has so much nimarta, Nanak tinke sang satha vadya syo kya risa. I want to be with those people. Those ones are truly humble. Because they say, wherever the humble people reside, jithe neech smalyana, tithe nadar teri baksis. Teri baksis means aap ji di bakshish. Your blessings are there where there's humility. Now, of course, humility is not an easy thing to gain. Two ways you could gain humility, well, maybe more than two ways. One way is asking the Guru for humility. Okay, we come to the Guru and say, Nimarta di data baksho. Or we hang around with those that are humble and they bless us with humility. That's another way. When we see those humble beings, and it teaches us actually, maybe this is how I should act. Maybe I shouldn't act out of anger. And then we change our sabha, we change our actions. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is telling us that Nimrata Dharan karo, take upon humility in your life. So agge in this Bharavi Ashtapadi, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is going to talk about Hankar. Because the Sikhs ask Guru Sahib Ji a question. The Sikhs come to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, swal puchde haan, they say, Maharaji, those who have Nimrata, they gain your bakshish. But जिन्हां दे विच हंकार है, those who have hankar, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਕੀ ਹੈ? What is their state? ਅੰਤਲਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, when they leave their body, what is their state? ਜਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਲੋਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਪਰਲੋਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, what is their state? ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਸੋ ਅੱਗੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹਨ। ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਅਸ਼ਟਪਦੀ ਜਿਸ ਕੈ ਅੰਤਰ ਰਾਜ ਅਭਿਮਾਨ।
So Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says to us, ਜਿਸ ਕੇ ਅੰਤਰ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਿਰਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਰਾਜ ਅਭਿਮਾਨ, ਰਾਜ ਭਾਗ ਅਤੇ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, the one who has this Raj Bhag, who has a lot of power, you could say, has a lot of possessions. Ate abhiman, abhiman da arth hai ahankar, pride. Jiske hirde, jinne de hirde andar Raj abhiman has his Raj Bhag ate abhiman hankar hai, hanji.
So narakapati hovat swan.
So narakapati, oho, os jiva, they say that person narak vich, in hell naraka vich, dig penda hai, they fall into hell, Guru Sahib Ji says. So Guru Narakapati, very clearly the Guru says, whoever has hankar over their wealth, over their money, who has a lot of Raj Bhag, hankar dinal, you have to remember that because there's a lot of good Raja as well. Raja means a king. You have good kings, you have bad kings, right? You have good rulers, bad rulers. You have someone like Raja Janakaji, who is a great ruler, and they were Brahmjani, a great saint. Then you have other kings like Harnakash, you hear about in Gurbani, Harnakas Dusta Harmarya Prahaladata, who tried to kill his own kid who was a Pagat. So the Guru is saying the one who has hankar and has pride and ego, they're going to fall into hell. So how can we understand that? Because you think, what does the Guru mean here? We can give one example of a Raja, of a king. A Raja who has so much power, he becomes very kami. Kami means he has a lot of desires, a lot of lust. And what happens? He starts again, he indulges in a lot of lust. You've probably heard about kings in the past, they have so many wives. But when somebody gets indulged in too much lust, what happens to them? The Guru says even they fall into hell. They say, Hey Kamang, Naraka Bisaramang, Bohojoni, Paramavana hai. That's from Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji. They say, Hey Kamang. So they speak to lust, to desire. Say, Oh lust, Hey Kamang, Naraka Bisaramang. Narak means hell, Bisaramang means Bisaram, to have a place of rest. They say because of you lust, people go to hell. Because they do the most horrible actions, like for example, adultery, cheating on someone else. If you didn't know this, within Sikhi, if somebody becomes Amritari, you probably heard of Amrishak. In your family, people are Amrishak. They say if somebody commits adultery, then they break their Amrit. They have to take Amrit again. It's one of the biggest sins a Sikh can commit, alongside, smoking tobacco, other things like killing people, all that stuff as well. But even adultery seen as a budget korat. The worst types of sin you can commit. But if you look at today's world, you watch TV, it's all about having affairs, right? Everyone's cheating on each other. Everyone's indulged in lust. That is the age we're living in now, the dark age of Kaljug. But the Guru says, Boho Joni Padamavan, and that person comes Murmurke again and again. They come back again in this 84 lakh Junior de Vich, Nivya Junior de Vich. Not in high life forms, low life forms. So they go into hell and they come back into different low life forms, the Guru is saying, because of their karma. So Narakapati, Hovata, Swan. Swan, the arth hai kutta, dog. So the second part of this Shabad, this Pankti here, they're saying that first for that person goes to Naraka, for Narak to Bad Sasangaji, they go into Nivya Junior, into small lower life forms like animals and etc. The Guru is saying to us, just by doing this, and that's supported by the other Shabad, He Kamang, Naraka Bisadabang, Bohojoni, Padamavan hai. They wander again and again in this life cycle, Hanji.
Jo jana main jo banavant.
They jo jane. That person who understands is jo janada hai, ke main jo banavant. Jo banavant hai means Jawani. Jawani means your youth. The Jawani which Sasangaji, people tend to look more beautiful. Right? So that is a form of hankar as well. When somebody is proud of their looks and they become so enraptured in their own looks. Main sundar ha, main sona ha, I'm so beautiful. All these kind of things might say about themselves. But the Guru says that the one who gets so caught up in their own looks and the way that they look, age hanji.
So hovat bisata ka jant.
So hovat. Guru says what will happen to them? Bista ka jant. Bista he means gandagi. Gandagi means dirt. Gandagi da kira. They become like the maggots in the dirt. Eventually they end. Because they don't realize, there's two ways of looking at that, right? One way we can look at that is when our body passes away, what does it become? It becomes mitti. It becomes gandagi anyway. So this Jambari, this skin we're so, engrossed in and so proud of, some people more than the other, but of course we all have this, thing where we take care of our looks. Of course you have to make sure we take care of appearance, right? Comb your hair, wash your face, that kind of stuff. Use sabun, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's when we go too far, right? And we become so proud of our looks, and then we start saying, oh, that person's, doesn't look nice. And I'm so beautiful. The Guru says, don't you realize at the end, so over the bistaka jant, what are you going to become? You're going to become mitti anyway. And your skin, your body's going to erode, and then maggots and all these things will form anyway. So what is the Guru teaching us here? Don't be so caught up in looks. I know it's easy to say, especially in today's generation, 21st century, everything is based upon looks, right? The lighter you look in today's world, the more beautiful you're seen to the world. If you go back many, many years ago, thousands of years ago, the darker you were, the more beautiful you looked, right? So society, right? The way society makes things like, now, I don't know about in this moment in time, but like, a few years ago, if you had a long beard, it was the new trend, right? To have a beard. Right? But otherwise, people are like, why would I keep a beard for? Right? So it's how we followed society and what society tells us is beautiful. But the Guru is telling us the most beautiful things are your gun, are your qualities. Right? Nivana so akhara, kavana gun, jihba maniya mant. Nivana so akhara means what are the best words you can speak? The words that have nimrata. Nivana so akhara, kavana gun. The best quality that you can have is of kavan. Kavan means kima, forgiveness. Jihba, maniya, mant, and always sweet speech. These are the best qualities to have in a relationship. Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is telling us, I think it's Bhagat Fariji Shabad, that tells us if you want to have a good relationship, then have these three things: humility, forgiveness, and sweet speech. Guru Bani gives us advice on these things as well. So Bista, they say that person becomes gandagi anyway, the one who's so proud of their own looks, Hanji.
Apasako karamavant kahave.
So apasako. Jis jeev apne apnu, that one themselves who says ke main change karma karna wala hai. I'm the one who does good action. So he always says that I do change karma all the time. Guru Sahib says about that person, Hanji.
Janma mara bahujon pramave.
Say os jeev jamada marda hai. They come and go again. Mur ke. June de vich paramada renda hai. They go in this cycle again and again. The one who says I'm good, the one who thinks that they're the best of the best, the Guru says they have to keep coming back again and again. The one who says that the lowest of the low, in humility, it doesn't mean that they're not confident, let's not get mixed up with this. You're not putting yourself down and having low self-esteem. But the one who sees themselves as, that I've got so much work to do, and they don't see themselves as, this great being. They see all the great qualities that they have come from the Guru, and anything that's bad is their own. So that's humility, right? Where they see all the blessings that they have as the Guru's blessings, and any shortcomings are their own shortcomings because of their own karam, something that hopefully maybe we can all experience one day. That is the kind of qualities that we should have. But the one who thinks that the highest of the high, the Guru says that person doesn't get really far and they come back again and again. This 84 lakh June, Hanji.
ਧਨ ਭੂਮਿਕਾ ਜੋ ਕਰੈ ਗੁਮਾਨ.
So tan daulat. Jina de ko tan daulat hai, jira purush amir hai, the one who's so rich. Tan poom, jina de ko both jameen hai, who has a lot of jameen, lot of land. And I'm sure for many people here, some Punjabis, they may have a lot of jameen and they have a lot of hankar. So dwara paro ji.
ਧਨ ਭੂਮਿਕਾ ਜੋ ਕਰੈ ਗੁਮਾਨ.
So jis jeev hankar karda hai कि I have so much money, मैं इतना ढा, I'm very rich. I have a lot of jameen. And you see that a lot in some castes. Like if you see a lot of the Jats, they get a lot of hankar, कि I have a lot of jameen. Look at all my land, look at all my money, or any caste, right? It could be a Jat, it could be any different type of caste, Jat, Path, whoever it is. In today's world, everyone's got so much hankar over their title, even though their title's not going to stay. And the Guru told us to stay away from this stuff. So you could have so much hankar over this stuff, but Hanji.
So murkh andha agyan.
What does the Guru say about that person who has hankar over their jameen, over their own money? He says, so murkh. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj themselves are saying that person is a fool. So murkh andha agyan. Andha means anna, blind, agyan. So agyanta vich anna hai. They are blind in their own ignorance because they don't realize that this tan is not going to go with them. Just like Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj told Prithi Chand was Guru Arjan Dev Ji's eldest brother, Guru Ramdas Ji's eldest son. They said, Jis tan ka tum garb karta ho, so tan kis hai na aap. Khin mein jaye chode, khin mein chhod jaye bikhya rasa, to lage pachutap. They said, Jis tan ka, that money that you're so proud of, Jis tan ka tum garb karta ho. Garb means hankar. Sota na kise na aap. They say it's not even your money. It's your money today. Fir what's going to happen tomorrow? Khin mein chhod jaye bikhya rasa to lage pachutap. Pachutap means pachtauna, to regret. They say that what's going to happen to you? They say in a moment you're going to regret it. You're going to regret what's happened to you. That you spend your whole life so proud of this money, but in the end it all went anyway. It wasn't going to go with you. So here the Guru is saying, so muruk andha agyan. That person is such a fool. Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Aap is saying to their own Puttar, to Prithi Chand, okay, you're so proud of this money, but it's not going to go with you. So don't be so proud of it. Don't have so much attachment to it, because at the end, you're going to go on your own. Ave nange, jahe nange, viche karhe vithar. You come naked, you're going to go naked. The Guru is saying to us. In between, it's all just a big play, Hanji.
Kar kirpa jiske hirday gribi basave.
The Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says to us, Kar kirpa, jis prani utte Maharaj Ji di kirpa drishti hai. On that one who has Guru Sahib Ji's kirpa, Kar kirpa.
Jiske hirday gribi basave.
On that person, the Guru does kirpa. Maharaj Ji blesses them with gribi. Gribi here means nimrata, humility, and then the hankar is taken away. So only when the Guru does kirpa, kar kirpa, jiske hirday gribi bisave, Nanak Hanji.
Nanak iha mukt aga sukh pave.
And whoever has nimrata, Guru says, Nanak iha mukta. Ke es log de vich us jeeva mukt ho janda hai. They become mukt in this world. Fir Hanji agge, Nanak iha mukta agge sukh pave. Sukh pave. Agge par log de vich sukh pave. Or sukh paunda hai. They gain sukh there as well. In this world and the next world, that person gains sukh who has nimrata. The one who has hankar, they may be happy for 20, 30 years, enjoy all the wealth of the world, but phir us to baad saad sangat ji antala sama de vich that person regrets it. Pachtaunda ya te phir parlok de vich they regret it even more, because they have no sacha tan. One of the ko sirf kacha tan hai, wealth, a false wealth. Kacha tan doesn't go with them. Kacha tan sancha hai muruk gawa. There's a pankti like that in Guru Granth Sahib Ji as well. That they take upon the kacha tan, the false wealth, sanch hai, katha karke, they get it together, murukh gavar. That murukh wastes their life. The whole life collecting this false wealth. It's not saying you can't have money. The Guru is not saying you cannot be rich. They're not saying that. There's many Guru Sikhs you've meet, they have a lot of money, they work really hard. It's saying don't have hankar. That's when it gets okha. That's when it gets difficult. When somebody gets proud and hankari over all that wealth and it all gets burnt away. That is a slippery slope. Somebody can fall down. Hanji.
ਧਨਵੰਤਾ ਹੋਏ ਕਰ ਗਰਬਾਵੈ
Satanavanta hoye. So when somebody becomes rich, tanad karke, jis jiva tanwala hunda hai, they become very rich, tanavanta hoye kar garbave. Fir us jeev hankar karda hai, they have a lot of hankar inside them. Hanji.
ਤ੍ਰੇਣ ਸਮਾਨ ਕਛ ਸੰਗ ਨਾ ਜਾਵੈ
Guru said, he says, that person does not understand this. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਸੋਝੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. They don't have no soji. ਕਿ ਤ੍ਰੇਣ ਸਮਾਨ. That all that money that they have is like tren. Tren means like hay, kaha, like grass. It's just like grass. It's gonna go. It's got no kimati in the next world at all. Tren saman kacha sanga na jave. It's not gonna go with them. The Guru is saying. Why are you so proud of this? None of this wealth is gonna go with you, Hanji.
ਬਹੁ ਲਸਕਰ ਮਾਨਕ ਉਪਰ ਕਰੇ ਆਸ
And that person, just jiva, hor purusha te bharosa rakhda hai. That one who has faith in other people, ja bahoti fauj de vich, in a big fauj, bahul laskar. Laskar here means fauj, army. Bahul laskar manak upar kare aas. Aas means parosa. The one who keeps their faith in big armies and other people, what is their halat, Hanji?
ਪਲ ਭੀਤਰ ਤਾਕਾ ਹੋਏ ਬਿਨਾਸ
Pal Peter. Pal means ek pal de vich, ek shin de vich. Hanji, dwara paro ji.
ਪਲ ਭੀਤਰ ਤਾਕਾ ਹੋਏ ਬਿਨਾਸ
Taka hoy banas. Unada nash honda hai. They are destroyed in just a second. Because they put their hopes in those things that are not going to stay forever. Those things that are going to go, the Guru says, don't put your hopes in that thing that is not going to stay and that thing that can always let us down. The one who can never let us down is the Guru. That's why the Guru is saying to us, WhyGuru, come to the Guru's court. Where you come here, you'll never be let down by the Guru. The Guru is always taking care of us. The Guru always wants our pala. The Guru always wants our good. So put all your parosa into Guru Maharaji. Maharaji which parosa rakho, the Guru is saying to us. And sometimes in order to gain that parosa, to gain that faith, we have to go through different types of tests that can be very, very difficult. Just like when you have gold and you make kanchan, pure gold, it goes through a very difficult process to become pure. In order for us to become pure, unfortunately, we have to go through that same process as well. But at the same time, it's burning away a lot of our pap. All of our pap, all of our sins are being burnt away and we become pure and pure. Just never leave the Guru Sharan. Never let go of the Guru's hand because the Guru never let go of your hand. Hanji.
ਸਭ ਤੇ ਆਪ ਜਾਣੈ ਬਲਵੰਤ
Sabate aap. That person who apne aap nu Sarya to balwala janda hai, the one who sees himself as stronger than everybody else. He thinks, I'm so strong, there is no one stronger than me, because everyone has that. You meet somebody who may do a lot of exercise, maybe he does MMA and all these kind of sports, and he thinks that there's no one stronger than me, and then he has a fight and he loses. Just look at all these sports. I don't know, I don't really follow sports, but there's like Amir Khan who fought yesterday, and it is giving it large, and he got pretty much destroyed in this fight, right? But you hear about this all the time, different boxers, MMA fighters, they talk a lot. Of course, you have to sell the fight. I understand that. But then what happens? They speak a big game and then they lose to somebody else, right? Throughout all sports, but in general, somebody who sees himself so strong, then they meet somebody else who's even stronger than them, and then it breaks all of their hankar, all their pride. But it's amazing because I remember once I was in a Guru car up in the Midlands, and this huge Singh walked in, right? And Sukhdeep Singh's not a big Singh, quite petite. But I looked at this Singh and I thought, whoa, it's some huge, proper, we say like hench in it. That's the word that we use, right? Here in the West London, huge Singh. And you'd come in front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji and you'd matha take to the Guru. And you got to imagine back in the Guru's times, you had these big, great warriors, right? Huge, so many weapons. You know, they look like such a ferocious person that you wouldn't want to mess with them. And they come and fall in the Guru's feet. That is how great our Guru is. Even if it was someone like Guru Har Krishan Sahib Ji. Guru Har Krishan Sahib Ji was a Guru at the age of 5. The Guru Har Krishan Sahib Ji would have an army of 2,200 soldiers with them at all times. A bachan from Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji to their grandson Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji, and that carried on. So imagine Guru Har Krishna Sahib, your 5-year-old Guru, with 2,200 soldiers with him at all times, 22 horseback men. That is the greatness of our Guru. Even the biggest people, the great Raja of this world, come and fall in the Guru's feet because they are nothing in front of the Guru. So the Guru is saying that somebody has so much pride over their bal. Bal means strength, but Agge Marji ki kende ne hanji.
Khin meh hoye jaye pasamant.
But khin meh, chin de vich sasang ji, khin meh hoye jaye pasamant. Pasamant means swaha. Swaha means ash. Okay, what's going to happen to that person? One day they're going to become pasam. They're going to become swa. They're going to become ash. All those big muscles that they have, that they've built in the gym, all the protein shakes they've taken, whatever they've had, it doesn't matter because at the end, it's all going to become pasam. It's all going to become swaha. So, in many cases, males, they pride themselves over their muscles and other people over their looks. But the Guru is saying the same thing. At the end, it's going to become mitti and it's going to become pasam. It's going to become ash. It's not to say again you don't take care of your body. There's nothing wrong with having muscles, with having a healthy body. It's good. But the same thing, the Guru is saying, don't have hankar. Don't have pride. Because one day it's going to become pasam. Anyway, it's going to become swaha. It's going to become ash hanji.
Kise na bade aap ahankari.
And that person, kise na bade, the one who does not help nobody else. Aap hankari. They're stuck in their own hankar, in their own pride. They don't care about anybody else. It's all about me, I, hanji.
Dharmarai tis kare khwari.
They say even Dharmaraj. So, but log de vich saad sangat ji, when they ask for a lekha, ke kach pakaye othe paye. Who is kacha, who is paka, othe, os dargah de vich, othe paye. They say othe Dharmaraj will see that person and then they will make all their organ pargat. Then they will test them, then they will give him the saza. Saza means punishment. They're that one who was so proud of themselves here. For the hankar, they gain the saza, they gain the punishment for all the actions that they've done, all the pain, all the dukh they've given to other people. Hanji.
Gur prasad jaka mita abhiman.
The Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj tells us, how do we lose this ego then? Because you may think, I have this pride, I have this ego, I'm so proud of myself, but I can't help it. I'm so obsessed with these things and I have this pride. It doesn't have to be a pride in the way that we put other people down. It could be very subtle. It could be that we're so attached to our looks and we cannot get beyond that. Or we're so attached to this I that if somebody does something to us, we cannot get past that. So how do we get past these things? The Guru says, Guru Prasada Jaka Mite Abhiman. Ke Guru Sahib ji de kirpa rahi fudu Guru's kirpa Jaka Mite Abhiman. Fir os hankar mit janda hai jado Guru Sahib ji kirpa karde han. When the Guru does kirpa, then that hankar is taken away. And if you want to earn the Guru's kirpa, then you have to come to the Guru Sharan. Guru Sahib Sharan vich aake benti karo Guru Maharaj ji nu ke Maharaj ji kirpa karo, destroy this hankar. This hankar nu nash karo, destroy this pride that I have inside me, destroy this calm, krodh, lo mohankar, this desires that I have, this anger, this attachment, this pride, this greed that I have, destroy them from me. If we don't ask, how do we expect to receive? We have to ask from the Guru. Asking is a form of humility. When we do ardas, I put our hands together, hath jod ke. What does that mean? It means our hands are khali. It means our hands are empty. It means I have nothing to offer to you, Guru. It's a nishani of nimirta. Nimirta di nishani hai. We put our hands together. We're saying to the Guru, I have nothing. You have everything. That's why we pray with our hands together. It's not because people told us to do it. There's a reason behind it. There's a garden. The reason is that it means that we have no strength. We have nothing to offer the Guru. You have everything. Tu samrat vadda, meri mat thodi ra. That you are samrat, you are all powerful, you are the highest of the high, and my own intellect, it's nothing. I know nothing, Guru Sahib ji. You know everything. So isi tarah Maharaj ji, aap ji kirpa kar. You do kirpa, and you bless me with your Guru Prasad Hanji.
So jan nanak dargah parwan.
ਫਿਰ Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj ji, the ਪੰਜਵਾਂ ਸਰੂਪ Guru Arjan Dev Ji tells us, ਸੋ ਜਨ, ਉਸ ਜਨ, ਸੋ ਜਨ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਰਗਹਿ ਪਰਵਾਨ. ਉਸ ਦਰਗਾਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸ ਜੀਵ ਪਰਮਾਨੀਕ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. They become accepted. They become parvan in that court of the Guru. It's not that easy. We can't just be a good person and expect to get there. There's more to life, spirituality than just being a good person. You cannot find one pankti in Gurbani where they say just be a good person and that's it, you're going to go to Sachkhand. Yes, you'll get pun, you get good actions and you get to reap those rewards. But in order to get mukt, you have to take upon a Guru. That is the rule from the start of time. You had to take upon a guru. Without a guru, you can never get mukti. Bina satguru kinne na payo, bina satguru kinne na paya. Said this many times. Guru to bina, guru taran to bina sasangaji, nobody gets mukti. That is what the guru is saying. Is the guru lying? No. So guru to bina, we cannot get mukti. This is the aim. Kyunki from the guru we get naam. So in this time, without naam you cannot get mukti, and you can only get naam from the guru. And in this time, where do we get naam from? From Panj Pyare in the Hazuri of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. So this isn't a plug saying that you have to all take Amrit next week, although that would be great. Chalo, everyone's on their own journey. I was in Amritari for 19 years of my life. It's only been about 6 years that I've been Amritari. But everyone's on their own journey. So I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. But we should have that aim in our life to actually, you know what, one day I want to give my head to the Guru. Because there's nobody else I can put my faith into. Because everybody else is going to go. Kis naal kiche dosti, sab jaga chalde nahar. Who can I make friends with? Kis naal kiche dosti. Dosti means friends. Mittar. Sab jaga chalde nahar. Everybody's going to go. Everything's going to go. But who's going to stay is the Guru. They're my true support. They can protect me. So hopefully one day we can all have that desire. And if maybe you want that desire, but it's too hard because of all the things that we are attached to, which is normal, right? We all have attachments. Maybe it's our appearance. Maybe it's the fact that we think we cannot wake up in the morning and pray. But I guarantee you guys, the waking up in the morning is only the start. That's like the first hurdle that a lot of people get over. It's the conquering the mind, which is the hard part. That is the greatest battle, conquering the mind. So again, if you keep company the right people, then these things become much easier and much more natural to do as well. So Guru Maharaj Ji here explained to us, it's through the Guru's blessing that these things be obtained. Hanji.
Kot karam kara ho tare.
So kot karam, krora hi karam, kot karam kare ho tare. Hankar de vich, home de vich, they earn many actions. Krora hi karam karda hai jeev. Hanji.
Sram pave sagale birthare.
Sram pave. Sram he means thakevat. To become tireless, tired, to become stuck in vain. Sram pave sagale birthare. Birthare he means ke vyartha. One of the sare karma vyarth ho jante hain. They will become useless. They have no use. That person, there's so many actions but all done out of pride and ego that the end are just left in pain. So why did I do all these things and I didn't get nothing from it? Okay, buddy, we do good actions. But for some reason we think, how come I didn't get any good from this? The Guru's saying to us that think about why you were doing that action in the first place. What was the reason for it? Was it done out of pride? Was it out of ego? Was it done for something in return? Why are you doing it? Reflection, self-reflection on why we're doing these things. Hanji.
Anek tapasya kare ahankar.
So anek prakar di tapasya karke, jira jeev hankar de vich tapasya karda hai, the one who does penance in a lot of pride. Tapasya, he means putting ourselves through great penance. Waking up early in the morning, meditating. Tapasya. But the one who does it out of hankar, give it sasangaji. Sometimes we wake up in the morning just to tell other people we woke up in the morning. We do certain actions. We do a lot of seva. We go and serve the poor in order to take a picture, to show people, look what I've done. Look all the good actions that I've done. Whatever it could be, the Guru says, whoever does these actions in pride, just like in India and those is in Hindustan, many people would do tapasya. They'd stand on one leg for many, many years. They wouldn't talk for many, many years, but it didn't make them closer to God. It just filled it with more pride, because the reason why they're doing it was to show everybody, look, I don't speak. I've not spoken for X amount of years. There was once a yogi or sadhu who came to see Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj. He came to see Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj. He was covered in ash, had pus all over his body. He's sitting there in front of the Guru. Akkha band karke, eyes are closed. He's sitting in his jonkar, he's sitting with his legs crossed, sitting up like this. And he's got his eyes closed. And Guru Har Gobind Sahib is sitting on his phone. And there's a Sikh behind Guru Har Gobind Sahib doing Chor Sadhi Seva. As you can see the whisk that this Guru Sikh is doing on the right. The whisk. And his name is Pai Suttaraji who's doing this. The Pai Suttaraji is waving this fan over Guru Har Gobind Sahib and he's looking at this person who's covered in ash. And I can't remember the story, the fine details, but he was saying to the Guru, okay, I have a lot of shanti in me. I have a lot of peace inside me, right? And what Bhai Sutaraji started to do, he's doing Chorsa, he's waving this whisk over the Guru, and he keeps pointing at this person. So the guy's sitting there, he got his eyes closed, and when he opens his eyes to look around to see who's looking at him, can everybody see what I'm doing? Look at me, I'm such a great bhagat, I'm such a great devotee, I'm such a great saint, I'm here with my eyes closed, and I've renounced the whole world. And he opens his eyes to look around, is anybody looking at me? And he can see this person behind Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji pointing at him, going like this, right? And he starts to get annoyed at him pointing at him. He's like, why does this person keep doing this for? And he gets a bit more, he closes his eyes, then again he opens his eyes and he sees him pointing again. And he goes, what are you doing? And he goes to Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, tell you're sick. He keeps pointing at me. And Guru Har Gobind says to Bhai Sutaraji, are you pointing at me? He goes, Nahi Maharaj, I'm not pointing at him. And then the person gets more annoyed. He goes, he's lying. He is pointing at me. And then it carries on again. He keeps pointing at him again by Sutaraji. And then the sadhu loses it. He goes crazy and he starts shouting, saying, this person behind you, he's so rude and he keeps lying. And the Guru Har Gobind said, he turns around, looks up at Sutaraji and he says, Sutaraji, are you doing this? Are you pointing? And they go, Maharaji, I'm not pointing at him, but I am doing something. And they go, then what are you doing? They go, I'm not pointing at him. He's got all this ash over his body, but I'm trying to move the ash out of the way to see if there's still a fire inside him. You know, if you burnt a lot of wood and you have all the ash, but underneath you see a bit of fire. By Sutaraji is saying, I want to see if there's any agni, any fire left inside him. And he goes, when I moved the ash out of the way, there was a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire of anger inside him. And that's why the yogi lost it, right? The sadhu, because he had a lot of growth inside him still. He'd not spoken, you know, who knows how long he hasn't spoken for. He's covered himself in ash. The reason for covering himself in ash is to show that I've renounced everything. But he's not renounced his anger. He's still anger inside him as well. So the Guru is showing us here as well this idea of tyag, to renounce these things as well. And it's not that simple. It's only through the Guru's kirpa that these things happen. That's why we come to the Guru. And the Guru blesses us with the right way to do it. Not to come and sit there and show themselves being hankari. Anak tapasya kare hankar. True tapasya, to sit there for so long and not talk and cover yourself in ash and to wear pretty much no clothes, just one piece of kapara to cover and to keep your own honor. But they go, they're still filled with hankar, hanji.
Naraka Sorga Phir Avatar.
The Guru says, Murmurke, that person goes into Naraka at the Sorga Devich. How? They do good actions, Purna Karke, they go to Swargalok, to heavens. Phir Osto Bhajan, when they give up, when they pog all their Change Karam and all the good actions are gone, then they have to go to hell because they've got bad actions left. And you could take that as physical heaven and hell, or you could take that as this earth being like heaven and hell, whichever way you want to look at it. Gurbani talks about both. They say they have to come again and again because of this pride. Yes, they've done good actions, so they get the good from that, and they do bad, and they get the bad from that. Murmurke, again and again they come. Our aim is to go beyond the good and bad, to live in a state of oneness with the Guru, where we go beyond and we just jump the Guru's name, we recite the Guru's name just to earn the Guru's khushiya, hanji.
Anak jatan kar atam nahi drava.
Anaka jatan means many, many efforts. Anaka jatana mehe. Anaka jatana.
Anak jatan kar atam nahi drava.
Atam nahi drave. Atam he means atma ja man. Nahi drave. They don't truly understand their true state. They've made many, many efforts. Anek prakar de yatan karke sasangaji. Atam nahi drave. They've not understood their Jota Sroop. Okay? Mantu Jota Sroop hai apana mool pachan. They've not understood that they are this light of WhyGuru. They are the Atma from Paramatma. Hanji.
Har dargah hai ko kaise gave.
Te fir us dargah de vich, in that court of WhyGuru, kaise gave? Give it pawn sakte. How can they reach that court of WhyGuru if they don't do this? From doing all these actions, they're adding more layers on top of them. When they should be removing the layers, that person, or what we are doing through our pride, we're just adding more layers. We should be removing them, but for some reason we're adding more. So the Guru is saying to contemplate why are we doing certain actions and think twice, Hanji.
Aapas ko jo pala kahava.
Jis jeev apne aap nu changa kahonda hai, the one who calls himself good. The one who says that I am good, I'm not a bad person, I do so much good, Hanji.
This hai palai nikat na ave.
This hai palai. They say palai means pala. changiai. They say palai nikat na ave. Nikat means nere. They say good never comes near that person. The one who calls himself good, who says that I am good, everything that I do is good, the Guru says the good never comes near that person. The Guru says, think about this. In our life, whenever we looked at a situation that I'm a good person, why has this happened to me? For the Guru says, good never comes in that person. So vichar karo. Think about it. Why is this happening to me? It's to burn away all my bad karam. Jire mare karam, to remove all of them. These things are happening to us. When we get stuck in hankar, then it just leads to our own demise. Hanji.
ਸਰਬ ਕੀ ਰੇਨ ਜਾ ਕਾ ਮਨ ਹੋਏ
ਸਰਬ ਕੀ ਰੇਨ ਜਾ ਕਾ ਮਨ ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਮਨ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਚਰਨ ਧੂੜ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. The one who becomes a ਚਰਨ ਧੂੜੀ of everybody, who becomes the dust of everybody's feet, who becomes the lowest of the low, who has humility inside them, nimrta. Whoever has this, Hanji,
ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਤਾ ਕੀ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਸੋਏ
ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ. ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਕਥਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਜੀਵ ਇਸ ਲੋਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਤੇ ਪਰਲੋਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ they gain soba ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ. They gain so much soba, so much honor, and they become nirmal. They become pure, ਮੈਲ ਤੋਂ ਰਹਿਤ. There's no more dirt on that person. That person becomes pure. Through Guru Sahib Ji's ਕਿਰਪਾ ਸਰਬ ਕੀ ਰੇਨ ਜਾ ਕਾ ਮਨ ਹੋਏ. ਰੇਨ ਚਰਨ ਧੂੜੀ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕ ਕੇ ਜੋੜਨ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਕੇ these gifts are gained. That means to bow to the Guru. When you bow to the Guru, you're taking the dust of the saints' feet because the Sangat have come in. When you go to the Jodakar and you take a cloth and you wipe the shoes and you put it on your forehead, that is another way to gain the Charan Turi of the Sad Sangat, of the Sadhu sons. Hanji.
ਜਬ ਲਗ ਜਾਣਾ ਮੁਝ ਤੇ ਕਛ ਹੋਏ
Jab lag jane. The Guru is saying that person who thinks ke jab lag jane mujh te kach hoye. That main sab kuch karda hai, that I am doing everything. Well, everything is because of me. I am the reason for everything happening, Hanji.
ਤਬ ਇਸ ਕੋ ਸੁਖ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋ
They say, Isko, that us jeev nu sukh. They say that person never gets sukh. That person never has sukh. That person never has any peace in their mind, no shanti. The one who thinks that I'm doing everything. When somebody realizes that actually Guru Sahib, you are doing everything, it gives them shanti. It gives them peace because they realize the Guru is doing this. The Guru is taking care of me. Sarva chinta tud paase. Jo tud paave soi changa, ik nanak ki ardase. Jo tud paave. Whatever makes you happy, soi changa. That is good. If we have that parosa, that faith, that whatever's happening in my life right now, whatever it is, jo tud paave, it's what makes you happy, what is pleasing to you, and that is pleasing to me. And may I understand this. Ik nanak ki ardase. This is my one ardas. That whatever's happening in my life, may I understand it. I was watching Matrix the other day, and it's maybe some of you have seen it. And in there, what the oracle says to Neo, she says that you've already made all the decisions. You just have to understand it now. And that's kind of what the Guru is saying to us. It's about understanding why things are happening, why these choices have been made, and why these scenarios come in front of us. Gura ek deh bujjai, again bujjai, to understand. Nanak hukume je bujjai, ta home kehna koi. Whoever bujjai means to understand here. Whoever understands the hukum, ta home kehna koi. They never speak in ego, in pride. They won't react in pride, in ego. Nanak hukume je bujjai. Bujjai, he means to understand. We've come here to understand why these things have happened, Hanji.
ਜਬ ਇਹ ਜਾਣਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਛ ਕਰਤਾ
And again, main kich karta. The one who says that I am doing everything, Hanji.
ਤਬ ਲਗ ਗਰਭ ਜੋਨ ਮਹਿ ਫਿਰਤਾ
They say tab lag fir us jiva garb meh firta. They come again in the garb, in the womb of firta. Firta means to wander again. Param vich renda hai jeev, Hanji.
ਜਬ ਧਾਰੈ ਕਉ ਬੈਰੀ ਮੀਤ
The one who has enemies and friends, bari ate meet, mitter ate veri. The one who has both of these things, who has enemies in their lives, has friends, Hanji.
ਤਬ ਲਗ ਨਿਹਚਲ ਨਾਹੀ ਚੇਤ
They say that person never becomes nehchal. They never become in peace. They're always stuck in this state of always being anxious, always having worry inside them. So the Guru is saying, don't make enemies, don't make friends. Just see everyone with one glance of grace, some drishti. See them equally. Na ko beri, nahi begana, sagala sang hamako ban ai. I have no enemies, I have no friends. I see everybody as the same. Some drishti, some kara janne. See them all as one. Don't see a difference. The Guru is saying, Hanji.
ਜਬ ਲਗ ਮੋਹ ਮਗਨ ਸੰਗ ਮਾਏ
And the one who has moho, Maya the moh, has has attachment to Maya. They say the one who has this attachment to all this illusion around us is not going to go with us, Sanji.
ਤਬ ਲਗ ਧਰਮ ਰਾਏ ਦੇ ਸਜਾਏ
Tabalag Sasini say that even then Dharmaraj in this next world, Sajai, they give him the punishment. Okay, you wasted this life. They take a danda, they take a stick and they hit it over their head. And then they realize all the galti that they've made. So the Guru is warning us now that don't waste this life. Hira jaisa janam hai, kaudi badle jaye. So this life is like a jewel, like a diamond, and what we trading it for? A kaudi, for a shell. Don't waste this life, the Guru is saying. Realize it is nothing greater than Naam, Hira. There's a shabad by Bhagat Ji as well, I can't remember it now. TWGC Sansari. In that shabad as well, they say to us that this Naam is like a Hira, it's like a diamond, Hanji.
ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਬੰਧਨ ਟੂਟੈ
The Prabh Kirpa, Guru Sahib de Kirpa Rahi, Bandhan Tute, all of our shackles, Janjal, all of our shackles that we have, all these chains that we have attached to us, they're holding us down, Tute, they're all taken away. Sare Nivirt ho jande han, Mar Ji Kirpa de Naal Hanji.
ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋ ਛੂਟੈ
The Guru Prasad, with the Guru's grace, Ho Chute. Ho means this home, this I, ho, I, me, I am. Guru Prasad, Nanak, ho chute. That through the Guru's blessings, that all of these attachments that we have, all this hankar that we have chute, they all taken away when Guru Sahib does kirpa. So this is why we ask for the Guru's kirpa. Looking Guru Bani say kar kirpa all the time, all these shabds say kar kirpa on them. Maharaji, we're reading these words, we're asking for the Guru's kirpa. So the last benti I do before Samapti of the Katha is that we should all do benti to the Guru. Always do ardas. Even I'm guilty of this as well. Okay, we only do ardas 2 times a day. Amrit Vele, fir Rehra Sahib de Sama to baad, fir asi ardas karde. Ha, Parchar Singh Ji, Baba Ajit Singh Ji, a great Mahapurush who is the head Katha Kara Sri Patna Sahib for 50 years. Baba Ajit Singh used to do 101 ardasa every single day. When they used to wake up to do ardas, shorty ardas, small ardas, just for Agya. Always remember the Guru. So ardas means a humble plea. So many times a day, ask the Guru. Ask the Guru for that thing that's going to give us happiness. Vinato hor je mangana sir dukha ke dukha. Dehe naam santokhe utere man ki bukha. Ask for that thing that's going to give us true happiness, which is the Guru's love, which is the Guru's naam. And then we'll gain that sukh. And to know that path to get there. So let's ask from the Guru. Let's come and see a Guru every single week. Have the darshan. Do that benti to Guru Sahib Ji. So in your benti, parvan karniya Sahib Singh Ji, please forgive the mistakes we made. There will be no Sukhmani Sahib Katha for the next few weeks. Das will not be able to do the seva. So Bibi Alamjit Kaur will come next week, Bhai Baljit Singh Ji the week after, and then Bhai Mandeep Singh Ji the week after to carry on the Katha here in English. Fir Sahib Singh Ji on the 4th week, Das will be back to carry on the Katha of Sri Sukhmani Sahib. So please give all the mistakes we made in the Katha Vichara. Deho Sajjan Assis Sidiya. Jo hove sahib syo mel
ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਬੰਧਨ ਟੂਟੈ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋ ਛੂਟੈ
He Gobind, He Gopal, He Dayal Lal, Prananath Nath Sake, Deen Dard Nivar, He Samrath Agam Puran,
ਮੋਹਿ ਮੈਂ ਆਧਾਰ
Andhkup Mahapayan, Nanak Paryo Tar, Aye Prabh Saranagati, Kirpa Nid Dayal, Ek Akhar Har Man Bast, Nanak Hot Nihal, WhyGuru Naam Jahaj Hai, Chare Sotre Par, Jo Sarda Kar Sev De, Gur Paryo Tar Nahar, Jo Sarda Kar Sev De, Gur Paryo Tar Nahar.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.